Welcome to this webinar where I will be discussing the Kleem mantra. So first we'll talk a little bit about the mantra itself, what it means, why you would want to use it, and then we'll get into how to use it every day. And then we'll do a guided meditation towards the end and allow you to kind of know what your next steps are for entering this challenge and creating love in your life through the mantra of Shreem Brazi. I'm sorry, of Kleem. I'm so used to saying Shreem Brazi. So first, let's discuss why. Why would we want to engage in the mantra of Kleem? What does it mean? So Kleem is the sound for love and attraction. It is the seed sound or seed mantra for the goddess Parvati. And she's the goddess of love and relationships. So Parvati is the consort or wife of Lord Siva. And there are so many stories about them. And one of the things Dr. Pillai recommends is that you read about the mythology. He calls it mythotherapy. That when we hear the stories of divine beings, it impacts our consciousness. So one of the things that you should be doing during your Kleem challenge, if you would like to take that on, is to read about stories of Parvati's devotion and love for Lord Shiva. Then how we bring that into our everyday life now is what love represents for us. What is it that you're wanting to create in your life? Now, love can very well mean a romantic relationship. That's often in the West what that terminology, that word means. But around the world and in many different languages, the word love or the concept of love has many words to describe the different types of love that there is. There's love for your parents, your family, your friends. There's love of God, for God, the creation of love within, self-love. There's so many different concepts that we kind of get lost in our single worded representation of love when we use it in the English language, which is why the mantra is so important, because the mantra transcends those concepts, transcends the identity or constructs of the language, and allows us to move into the deep seed. As Dr. Pillai, the seed is when it's planted, grows the tree. So the mantra is the seed for love, for attraction. And so this brings us to what the mantra can be used for. So the mantra Kleem can be used for generating relationships of any kind. So if you are looking for a love relationship or partnership, Kleem is the ideal sound for you to use. If you're attracting or wanting to attract more business partnerships, Kleem is also a powerful sound. Harmonizing the current relationships you have. So maybe you have a relationship, you want to keep that relationship, or you want to be in relationship with that particular person, but it's not going so well. There's not a lot of harmony. There's not a lot of love. Use the mantra to regenerate the love that is already in you, that can be brought up and manifest itself. And then that may or may not result in the harmonizing of that particular relationship. And I say may not, only because if there's a karma, or a pattern with that person that may not have it work out, then, that may not be in your best interest. So when we're doing our manifestations and asking for what it is we want, we always say that, Lord, God, whoever you pray to, Goddess, please bring me what's in my best interest. So this is what I want, this is the person I want, but please always bring me what's in my best interest. So we talked about personal relationships, family, friends, romantic relationships, business relationships. Relationship with the divine is another way to activate the love in you and use this mantra for a creative force. So that's what you can use the mantra for. Dr. Pillai says that love is life, love is intelligence, love is creation. So think about how Kleem, the mantra, can flow over into those areas for you. Love is the life force, intelligence, and creation. He says that we're most intelligent when we're in our heart, not in our head. That love is the highest form of intelligence. Another thing that he has said that is, if you love unconditionally, you'll be enlightened. So there are so many rich aspects of love, and also tying into the Kleem mantra. So it's not just about getting a relationship. There's a lot more to it. However, if you want a relationship, this is the mantra that you'll use. So how to use it? Now, there are several different ways to use the Kleem mantra. One is to repeat it out loud, and that is to use a mala bead or simply chant it throughout the day whenever you want. Kleem, 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 and go on chanting, as Dr. Pillai would say. Otherwise, you can do it inwardly. So if you're in a space where you can chant out loud, fantastic. If you're in nature and you want to chant out loud, do that. If you're not, and the only way for you to engage in the mantra is silently or inwardly in your head, then go ahead and do that. So simply having the mantra playing even while you're talking, having the mantra play all the time. Dr. Pillai says that the yogis tell us to turn your mind into the mantra, which means repeating it so much that it becomes a fixture. It becomes an automatic creation or repetition in the mind and the thoughts. And that is how you can create relationships. That is how you create and heal your relationships. It's how you embody the mantra. So we already talked about what the mantra signifies and why you want to use it. And now how to use it is by doing this repetition. And so when you do this repetition, you're more closely aligning yourself with the vibration of the sound Kleem. The mantra is the sound, it's the seed, right? So as you're planting it inside of yourselves, then this mantra is growing. It is expanding. So the seed is the sound. And then once we have the seed, what do we have to do? We have to cultivate that seed in order for it to grow. We have to water it. We have to plant it. So you're planting it into your heart, the heart center being the space for love. So that's definitely where you want to plant it. And then your watering and nurturing of it is the use of that. And then that is growing into the beautiful creation, life, and intelligence of the mantra Kleem. So other ways, we talked about out loud, we talked about inwardly, and then there's the sitting meditation. There's going deeper. Dr. Pillai says that the power in the mantra typically goes from the grosser or larger energies of it, which is out loud, which is kind of generating that energy, the energy more robustly. Then we get, the more we go inward and it becomes more and more subtle, a subtle frequency, that is where the power becomes even more acute. So as we chant inwardly, having the mantra then be repeating in the back of our mind without us even having to do it. That's the ideal. And when we're sitting in meditation and we go beyond our thought, or we try to go beyond our thought, then the energy gets even more subtle. So the energy of the mantra, and this can be any mantra, but in this case it's Kleem. When you're sitting and focusing, the mind has become still, or at least has more ease in it. Using the sound helps us to connect at a much deeper level, a more subtle level. So think of it as the vibrations are larger when you're speaking, and then they get more subtle, more refined as you go inward, and then more and more and more refined. And that refined, that subtlety integrates more deeply with ourselves, with our consciousness. And that's how we, as the yogis would say, turn the mind into the mantra, because we are becoming it. We're becoming it. So that's the key. That's how you would want to do it. So that's your different techniques. The meditation can also be done by putting the sound into different body parts. So I'll do a quick meditation at the end, guiding us to putting Kleem in the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, and the heart. And so that it will help you to integrate as well. So there's also archetypes of Kleem. And I mentioned one already, which is Parvati. She's the goddess of love, attraction, beauty. She wields the creative force of the universe. She's considered the divine mother. And she comes in many different aspects. So again, you'll read about her and you'll find out more. But in relationship to the Kleem mantra, it's her relationship with Lord Shiva that brings out this manifest, this partnership, and her devotion, her love. And that's where we're able to map our consciousness to see how well we can embody her. And that's what archetypes are for. Archetypes are symbols of an energy set, a set of energy qualities that we want or qualities we admire. And when we focus on these archetypes, we're repatterning we're an archetype too. We have qualities about us. We're repatterning our self archetype to be more closely aligned with that archetype. So what you focus on, you become. That's an ancient concept. And so when you're focusing on archetypes, you get to become one with them, essentially. And so and because we're able to then use the mantra as a sound and then witness the archetype as a visual, and looking at the symbolism around the being, like Parvati, as well as the qualities of her, and then her stories. So putting all of that together are ways that you can connect with the goddess, with this sound, and with the result of this sound, love, attraction, and relationships. The other archetype is Krishna. So again, if you do some research on Lord Krishna, he's the archetype of love, playfulness, transcendental love, as they call it, with his consort Radha. And they have this beautiful relationship of sensuality and partnership, creation, a creative force of both spirituality as well as material. So that's the other archetype. And then one other secret that Dr. Pillai has mentioned is that Kleem can not only create relationships, but also in the process is removing karma. So in the use of any mantra, we're vibrating with it, we're embodying with it. As we do that, we're shifting our whole pattern. Our pattern of being is changing, and that's changing of karma as well. So archetypes, Parvati, Krishna, do some more research on that to help yourself get up to speed and use the mythotherapy. Mantras are higher vibrations. They help us to align with sounds and meanings and archetypes that are beyond our human limitations. And that's why we do it. We want to be at a different level. We want to manifest different things in our life. We want to create new things in our lives. So now if you want to take your Kleem to the next level, what do you do? So there are a couple online programs that you can use as well. Dr. Pillai, honestly, he doesn't talk that much about relationships. He talks more about other topics, enlightenment and prosperity, to name a few. So, but we do have a couple online courses where he does talk about it, and he gives out these nuggets of wisdom. One is Personal Transformation Program, and that's month 7. And if the Personal Transformation Program is a 12-month program, but you can purchase just one module, because month 7 is all about relationships. And he gives mantra in that course that includes Kleem, but it's not only Kleem. So it's very interesting. I really love that program. I gave it to my sister. I just told her what to do, gave her the mantras, gave her the technique that's in that program. She did it within 3 weeks. She manifested her husband. So it's very powerful, and you have to really visualize what it is you want to create. So when you're doing Kleem or doing the sounds in the Personal Transformation Program, which is online, then you also want to be pretty clear on what you want to create. If you're looking for business partnerships, then imagine what those business partnerships look like. If you're looking for a romantic relationship, imagine what those romantic relationships, what it looks like, what it feels like, what that person is like. Who are you inside of that relationship? Really make it vivid and emotionalize it. Give it passion and the desire that you want to infuse into that situation. So we're in manifesting, we're always creating a situation. We do it with passion and emotion. Okay, so that's very important. Then the second online course is called Midbrain Miracle Method, and there's 5 different modules in that course. One of them is about love, and this one is very interesting. Is a very interesting course, and because the module on love, I've never heard Dr. Pillai talk about before then or since then. It's only been in that program, and he activates a part of the brain that stimulates what it feels like to be in love, and to have that, that high that we get, that is also part of the brain. So he gives the mantra and the technique for that area. So that's the Midbrain Miracle Method. So if there are any questions, let me know. I'm going to look now. I don't see it. Someone has asked if you, and this question we get often, and it is that I want this particular person. What do I do? So, okay, so the question is, I want this particular person. Can I use the Kleem mantra to attract him or her? And the answer to that is, you can ask the universe, God, Goddess, whoever you speak to, that you would like this particular person. But please use the clause that I mentioned earlier, which is to always give me what's in my best interest. Give me what's in the highest interest for all of us involved. So maybe you want that particular person, but maybe that person just isn't right for you. Maybe there's forces beyond our knowing and our senses, our abilities to know, that is not the ideal situation for either of you. So please just be mindful of that. Sometimes we get really attached to, I want it this way. But if we want it this way, that may be a curse down the road in terms of it not working out the way you thought it was going to work out. Dr. Pillai tells this story where this woman really wanted this man, this particular man. She did mantras, she did, all this techniques to get him. She finally got him. Then, and she was like, I want him no matter what. I want him no matter what. Super committed. She gets the man. Unfortunately, he gets into some accident. After they get married, they get into some accident and he becomes paralyzed. And now she doesn't want him anymore. And she wanted to then try to get away from him. I mean, that's a really unfortunate sounding story, but it's an example of sometimes we want what we think we want, but in the long run, maybe it's not the best option for us. So we always pray that the God, Goddess, Divinity, the Lord, give us what's best for us. Any questions? I don't see any other questions. All right, so then one more chance. Any questions? You can type them in the chat. Okay, fantastic. So we'll wrap up. So I told you all you need to know right now about the mantras. Now we'll do a quick meditation so that, and this is something that you can do on your own. So I will guide you through it this time, but then as you do it in the future, you can use it whenever you like. Now, I will also show a picture of Shiva and Parvati. And as I mentioned, the mythotherapy and imagery and symbolism is so powerful in pictures and images and in the stories. That's why we want to connect with it. So I bring up this picture because just look at the way Parvati is gazing at Lord Shiva. The beauty, that she is embodying, the purity that she is embodying, the love that is exuding from her face, from her eyes, from her whole being. Just she's vibrating with the sound of love. And that's because Kleem is her sound. So you can look at her as a living example of how you want to map your energy. So we'll do the meditation now. You can continue looking at that picture if you like, or you can just go within. So gently close your eyes. Visualize a beam of white light entering the right eye. Feel this light enter the right eye and clean up any thoughts or patterns, hurt, or negative emotion. Now feel the sound Kleem in the right eye. You can chant out loud or inwardly. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Now visualize a beam of white light entering the left eye. Feel the light clean up the eyeball, the cells, washing away any thought patterns, negativity, hurt. And feel the sound Kleem in the left eye. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Now visualize a beam of white light entering the right ear. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Visualize a beam of white light entering the left ear. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Visualize a beam of white light entering the right nostril and the left nostril. Feel the light in both the nostrils, placing the sound Kleem into the nostrils. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Now visualize a beam of white light entering your mouth. The white light fills the entire mouth, hits the tip of the tongue, to the middle of the tongue, to the back of the tongue, filling the entire mouth, tongue, and tonsils with white light. Feel the sound in the mouth, the tongue, and the tonsils. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Now feel the light and the sound in the eyes, the ears, the nostrils, and the mouth. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. Now drop your attention into the heart center. With your attention in the heart, visualize the type of relationship you would like to create or attract. What type of relationship is it? What type of person or people are you attracting? How do you feel when engaging in that relationship? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Imagine it and feel it in your heart. The love, the excitement, the passion. Now infuse that visualization and emotion with the sound of Kleem. 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 Feel the emotion of the relationship. What does it look like? What does it feel like? How do you feel? Be inside of it. Visualize the details of the type of person you're with or you're creating, how you feel inside that relationship. Clean. 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 Now let the energy and the sound flow and vibrate from your heart center out into your entire chest, down your arms to your fingers, up through your torso, filling the head, down the body, into the legs and the feet, so the entire body is filled with the sound Kleem. The entire body is vibrating with the sound, the mantra, sacred syllable of Kleem. 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 Feel the vibration through the whole body, still imagining and holding in your mind's eye the perfect relationship or relationships. Clean, clean, clean. Feel the vibration through the body. Feel the mantra continuing its vibration, its activation, its sound, vibrating through every cell. Now you can go on doing this for as long as you like, as long as you would like your meditation to be. Otherwise, you can slowly begin to come back to yourself. Allow the meditation and the light, the sound to flow through the body continuously, and slowly come back to yourself, bringing yourself back. And when you're ready, You can slowly open your eyes. And come back to yourself and open your eyes. So if you would like to do a longer mantra, a longer version, you can do the mantra that is for Parvati, which is Om Kleem Parvatiye Namaha. So for the purposes of the challenge, you'll just be asked to chant Kleem. But if you would like to do extra credit, connecting more deeply with the goddess, you can chant Om Kleem Parvatiye Namaha. Om Kleem Parvatiye Namaha. Om Kleem Parvatiye Namaha. So I'll check if there's any other questions on the chat. So there's a question. So even you don't have specific vision, you can ask the divine for the best. Yes. So if you don't have a specific vision of what the relationship looks like or feels like or anything like that, you can just ask, and that's a perfect prayer. Please, God, Goddess, Divine, give me what's best for me. Give me what I need right now. Give me what's in my best interest. That's a perfect prayer manifestation. All right, well, looks like that's all of them, the questions for now. Thank you all so much for joining. I wish you a fabulous and fruitful 28-day Kleem challenge. Do let us know how it goes, and do join the Facebook group and stay in touch with your community around the world. And we'll talk to you soon. Namaste.